Welcome to BizEd Made Simple. In this video, we're looking at why was your mock business study such a disaster? Well, the answer is you didn't work hard enough. It's not your teacher's fault. It's not your parents' fault. You didn't want it enough and you didn't study enough. Here's the thing about business studies. It's not one of the hardest subjects. You can get not just a pass, but a very good passing grade by simply work ethic, by simply rote learning facts. Now, I'm not talking about getting the top scores. Obviously, to get the A's, the A stars, you also need a level of skill. But without a level of superb revision, you won't access those either. So everyone who's taking these exams has to put a massive amount of effort into their revision. Now, this is poignant to me because I'm just handing back my students' mock results and I want to make that point to them and to their parents. Some of them underperformed. Why? Well, because you didn't work hard enough. Maybe you didn't have time for your mock to work harder, but for the real thing, you're going to have to find the time to do it if you want the good score. The way I illustrate that is with this table, first of all, and you could do this, we won't go too much into it, but I get them to work out exactly how many knowledge marks on the paper did they get, application analysis. If their knowledge scores are low, then it says you didn't give yourself a chance. You didn't revise well enough. Now they're going to counter and they say, but how do I know the knowledge? How do I get it in there? I say, well, that's where business studies is so easy. The exam boards give the syllabus, and that is your Bible I talk about. That's the one that you have to use all of the time because they're really kind. And I prove this point by giving this document. So I say in the syllabus, you were told you had to know, the exam board told us you need to know what a trade union is and the effects of employees being union members. They told you to know that. You should have had a revision card with that on. They ask in the exam, past paper questions, the impossible question, what is meant by a trade union? Well, if you're leaving that blank, then I guess you didn't work very hard. But you could counter and say, but how was I supposed to know the answer to that? Well, come on. The textbook alone will give you a word perfect answer that would get 2 marks. But on top of that, with my website now for my students, I've got a whole video made on that. I've got GPTs created to give you the answers that will explain it and whatever. You simply didn't use any of the millions of resources that are out there for you. And that's why you didn't get the score. We can then go on and say, all of the questions are related, but 2.2.3, you were told situations in which downsizing a workforce might be necessary. You should have had a revision card. You should have known that. And they asked the impossible question, identify 2 situations other than increasing competition when a business might have to reduce the size of its workforce. Have a look what the textbook says. Have a look what I say in the videos. If you didn't know that, well, then you didn't get the marks and you didn't get the knowledge. If you didn't get the knowledge, you couldn't get the application, the analysis, and any evaluation that are associated. If you did badly, and you want to do well, it's time to put the effort. No one else can do the work for you. You're going to have to put that effort in.